Well, hello, everyone. How are y'all doing, family? Good morning, Marianne Sue. Good morning, Dale, brother. Oh, did you? Huh, interesting. Yeah, it seems like the winter front has hit everywhere except for certain parts, Like, we, we're still in the 50s, at night. We haven't, we haven't had a snow or threat of snow or anything. We haven't even got to freezing temperatures yet. I should be starting the end of this month, the beginning of the next month. Well, next week pretty much. I see. Rain where you are, Dale? Huh. Yeah, sorry. You know, early mornings are really the only time I ever have to do live streams, and that's if I can. But, you know, there's there was a thing I was watching last night that made me really want to do this live stream. Neil Tyson, Neil deGrasse Tyson, or however you say his name. He actually posted a thing to open up your eyes, a video on YouTube of him teaching a economics class and a political science class at some college, and he was talking about how America and a lot of the first world countries, America, Canada, and a good majority of Europe, um, is seeking, it is literally self-destructing. And there are a lot of good points that he pointed out. The downfall of great civilizations, like what we talked about. What we talked about last live stream. And one of the key factors is the people in offices you know in political offices. They don't understand basic math. Like, he was pointing out that a senator from Massachusetts, Massachusetts, I can never say it, Massachusetts. Um, he was it was the senator for that state, and he said, "I have did a complete 360-degree realization on subjects that I have learned." And if anybody knows what a 360 degrees is, it's a full circle. If you're facing somebody and you do a 360-degree turn, you completely turn and face that person again. So it's like They didn't do a 180. They didn't do a 240. It was a complete turnaround. Like, but the meaning behind that is they looked at the problem and turned right back around to look at the problem again. Like they're doing nothing to solve the problem. And that was one of the major declines in a lot of great civilization was people in offices, like people in higher powers, people that had money, didn't know how to solve basic problems. And when you don't even know how to do basic math, you screw everything up. He goes on a lot of points and everything, you know. And it's like there's a commercial going out, uh, Organic Valley. All right, so Organic Valley did a commercial saying that one out of every five farmland is being sold to major businesses, like industrial businesses, and being destroyed and the land is taken away. And Organic Valley sells their stuff for a lot of money. You know, it's organic food. And they have their hands in a lot of the food processing, especially dairy business. Uh, but even they said that in America, one out of every five farmland is being sold to, you know, mainstream corporation America. And they said that they have over 240,000 acres for their farm. And they are trying to save the natural resources. And they said that we have enough land to keep the human population strong. And that's BS because they're not putting in the time, the effort, the growth cycles of farms, you know, of plant life, of livestock to keep a major business like that alive and thriving. But what they were saying was that pretty soon, most of America is not going to have farms. We're going to run out of food soon. That is literally what they were saying. Because if you look right now, America, especially in the Midwest is 90% of the dairy population. Right, Dale, yeah. Like the Midwest is pretty much the one and only dairy mainstream of America, on top of a lot of other things like wheat, um, potatoes, stuff like that, corn. Uh, but dairy, dairy is the one thing that runs a runs a country pretty much. You need dairy products for pretty much 90% of food. Baking, cooking, a lot of meal prep uses milk. Cultured, uncultured, processed, unprocessed, heavy whipping creams, half and half creamers, cheese in general, butter, everything comes from dairy. And yeah, there is dairy substitutes like goat milk, camel milk, stuff like that, but you cannot mass produce goat milk. You can't mass produce camel milk. You can't mass produce anything but, you know, cattle. Like even beef cattle can still produce up to 2 gallons of milk per day. They are not a dairy only, bovine. Even even if even if all sorry, even if all dairy cattle went extinct, you could still get milk from other breeds of cattle, hands down. Even 2 gallons a day, you know. Oh yeah, yeah, Marianne. There's plenty of farmland still out there, but the problem is money. You know, farm bureaus and everything like that has to go through like a 10-point inspection and everything and you have to literally have a degree anymore to in 4-H to for somebody to give you a loan to buy a farm or to raise cattle or any other kind of livestock, um, especially for like production needs. Yeah, like Nigerian goats, stuff like that. You know, there's even the Afghanistan. There's a particular breed of Afghanistan goats that can produce up to 6 gallons of milk a day. But a lot of people can't drink goat milk. It's too rich in fat and minerals. And another thing with goat milk is you cannot make it non-dairy. You know, you can synthesize cow milk into multiple forms. Hey, Bus, how you doing, brother? Gotcha, brother. Like goat milk is like the Swiss. I mean, not goat milk, but you know, dairy milk is the pretty much the Swiss Army knife of a lot of formats of a lot of food. We've survived on milk and honey since the dawn of time. That, milk, honey, bread, and cheese. Nice. Hope you get some, brother. But, you know, the thing is, like in America, it's hard to be able to get all the certifications and everything that you need to run a dairy farm. I was just using, that organic farm as an example, with the commercial, saying 1 out of every 5 farms is sold to industrial complexes or apartment buildings or something because they pay money. And that's one of the that will be a downfall. Say 1 out of every 5 for 20 years is being sold. Even if you sell one farmland, say a minimum of farmland is 50,000 acres, 20,000, go as low as say 10,000 acres, all right, or 1,000 acres. Let's go. Let's use 1,000 acre farmland. Okay, for 1,000 acres, you know, you could put what, 2 apartment complexes up there. You could put a Walmart super, a Walmart super center and a shopping center there because the Walmart super centers has that connecting shopping center area plus the parking lot and all that stuff. I could go for a good 1,000 acres because they would buy up 1,000 acres no problem and do that in a 20-year span. Just say 1,000 acre farmland property. That is 20,000 acres in 20 years. 20,000 acres that could have been used for food, production, chickens, pigs, beef, corn, potatoes, anything. Be right back, family. Give me a second. Sorry about that, fam. One of my guards needed help and everything. But how you doing, Cat? But you know, like what I was saying, just what you know, Neil deGrasse Tyson was saying. We are we are destroying our own country from the inside out. We are taking other issues into consideration before the realization of our own economic and internal strife hits us. We still believe that we're our heads above the water when actually we are already 3 feet underwater. What's up, Joseph? How you doing, brother? We have turned this country into a selfish and continuously spending country where 2 generations before this, we were told to save every penny for a rainy day. We were told to count our blessings. Now it's living paycheck to paycheck because every day something else is increasing in pay. I understand, Joseph. Yeah, I just got off, brother. Yeah, if you can, look up that deal Neil deGrasse Tyson. He just posted it like 3 days ago. Look it up and listen to what he's saying to these younger Americans, these younger people in college. And people were just, not listening to him, not listening to what he's trying to say without actually saying. He's trying to teach people without the fear. Most people learn through fear, but there's still quite a few people that learn through actions and not words. There's a good majority of people that learn through actions and not words. But after after this live stream and everything, go look up, his last posting on his website and everything, and you know, take it to heart. Take it, listen to it, and put your take on it. What he's trying to say. I'm taking my take on it. Everybody's going to take a different, outlook on it. That's just how we are as humans. And you know, ain't that the truth, Joseph? We all got to pay those bills, brother. But you know, there's going to be a point in time, like what we talked about last live stream. You know? Last live stream, yeah, we're going to go into another SHTF. Yes, but end of the world stuff like that, it's not going to be an end of the world. We're going to be assimilated just like we have been throughout history. It's the way human nature is. And the strong will call out the weak. It's the way life is. Simple as that. You know, we're not gonna have another 4 hour live stream like we did last live stream. I just don't have the go for that. I know, I'm sorry. This one's probably just gonna be about an hour. In all reality of this live stream, it was, you know, to send people to go and listen to an actual scientist talk about the destruction of our own country, you know, through an educational platform, not through fear mongership, not through other fear monger survivalist channels that spout nonsense. You know, actually, somebody that is actually educated, you know, way smarter than I am. And yeah, it was a very long live stream, brother, and it shouldn't have been that long. But you know, that's how we learn as a community. We don't need a lot of hot-headed preppers and survivalists that believe that they are the brightest crayon in the box. We don't need that anymore. We need to stop thinking we're the only one that's right. Because a lot of that stuff is going to get people killed. A lot of that stuff, a lot of that one way thinking is brainwashing people. We need to start coming together and putting all ways of thinking, all mindsets, look at every aspect to every situation. You eat them too? Hey, I like the orange ones. You prefer birthday candles. At least you could, you know, taste some of the icing, you know. You know, that's another thing. You know, speaking of birthday candles, have you noticed that it's getting harder and harder to find the trick birthday candles, the ones that relight. Have you noticed that? I've looked on Amazon. I've looked at Party City. I've looked at a lot of places that have birthday candles, and they don't sell those trick birthday candles, the reigniting birthday candles anymore, because it has a hazard on it that it can relight. And you need to worry about this in your packs, okay? You need to worry about this in your packs. That if they can relight it, say you lit it, okay, and it has a burnt wick. If it's in a confined space, it can build up heat inside of it and reignite inside of your bag and catch it on fire. So if you have any of those trick birthday candles, make sure that it's in an airtight container, that air cannot compress it. The bag and the air inside of it cannot heat up, and it cannot compress to create a static spark inside of it. Okay. Yeah, if you keep it in an open air space, like in a drawer or something like that, Marianne, it's fine. But a lot of people put them in their bug out bags, like in small compartment pockets, stuff like that. If it stays in a small compartment and like pocket for a long time, it can build up heat and it can cause static sparks in it. And if a static spark ignites it, it will catch your bag on fire. So, that's I just want you to let people know that, because if sorry, I'm backing up. I just wanted people to know that you know, if they have any of those in their bag, just to, be careful, because you don't want your bag catching on fire. You don't want, especially if it's in your closet or something like that, or in the trunk of your car. You don't want, you know, something to create a spark and you lose everything. So yeah, just a good word of advice, because there's still preppers and survivalists and people that make bags that tell people to buy those reigniting candles. Good, good, Marianne, good. I'm trying to, Joseph. Yeah, Dale. Yeah, like and cat. Yeah, that's just you know prepper safety. Bag safety. Make sure you check all your stuff, especially like the cheaper like Dollar Tree ones, or the ones that you get from like a 99-cent store or whatever. Those are the ones that have more of a tendency of reigniting by static spark. Because the regulations and everything in China or wherever they're made, some parts of Mexico, they don't have regulations like we do here in America or Canada or, Europe or any of that stuff. So they can get away with, you know, more and more gunpowder or, ferrocerium in it or zinc or what, magnesium, whatever they put in it. It's just, it's the same thing with anything else in your bag, Always do a monthly check on your bag, like a lot of our bags, we don't do checks on them, and I'm the first to say that I I do a bag check maybe every 3 months, or if I do a bag check when I bring my bag on a live stream or something like that, and when I go through and I show you what I have in my bag, that's considered a check. Take care, Joseph, brother. Be careful at work today, brother. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, as long as you dampen that wick, I don't see why it should, but the way that they were talking about it is that like the static electricity sparkage. That's the only thing I was really worried about, because all you need to do is just like lift your bag up and move it somewhere, and the static electricity of that candle rubbing against the fabric of your bag and creating a spark, you know, or just building up heat alone in it. But yeah, if you take precautions and everything, like wetting it down, putting it in a Ziploc bag, you got that extra layer of protection on it, that plastic that's wrapped around it, so it doesn't rub against, so it doesn't rub against the fabric on both sides, and the fabric isn't creating heat and creating that spark, you know. Um, you know, right now during winter is is the time to check your bag. The beginning, the beginning before snow falls, the beginning before the freezing rain hits, stuff like that, and so you can and always carry the small get home bag. I call it a get home bag because you can name your bag whatever you want to name it. I call it a get home bag because that's what I'm using my bag for, is to get home. No problem, Dale, brother. You do what you need to do. Like I I call it a get home bag because I'm getting home with it. Because all my stuff and everything is at home. My wife, my house, my preps, all my stuff is at home. But right now is when you need to check your bag. You need to update your bag for winter. It's always good to, it's always, it's always good to check your bag at the beginning of each season. Because you don't want to be going into the summer or spring with heavy wool winter gear in your bag. You don't want to be going into winter with summer wear, shorts, and a thin t-shirt. You don't want to be, you don't want to be out in the middle of freezing rain with cotton, you know? And, at the end of the season, just like every other season, at the end of the season, go and get what you can in the clearance section so you can be better prepared for next winter. So you have more than one heavy winter outfit, or you have more than one heavy winter coat. You know, clothing isn't the same as it used to be 50 years ago. Jeans are made out of cheaper material now. They rip easier, stuff like that. Same thing that goes with shirts. Same thing that goes with jackets, especially female jackets. Female jackets has always been about fashion, not about reliability or functionality. And that's why during the wintertime, when we get my wife a coat or something, we always get her 2 coats, because in case something happens to one of them, she has a backup. Where men's jackets are a little bit more sturdier, a little bit more rugged. And there's no problem with females buying men's jackets. There's no problem in that. Nobody's going to judge you for wearing a men's heavy winter jacket. Nobody's going to do that. You're warm, screw what people think. But there's always something that's always bad, something that's always flawed in everything. And it's sad. It's sad that everything has to have flaws in it anymore. Nothing is made to last anymore. We are such a wasteful society, especially clothing. Clothing is the one thing that, if the end of the world ever did happen, there's going to be so much overflow of clothing that you will never have to worry about worrying about another outfit ever again in your life. I mean, look how much clothes is donated to Goodwill and secondhand stores every second of the day. They literally get so many clothes and so many blankets and so much fabric that they literally throw away 90% of it, because they just cannot sell it. Or they run, like the most of the secondhand stores, not the big name brand ones like Goodwill and stuff, but a lot of the mom and pop secondhand stores and church stores, I mean, church secondhand stores, they've got like 25-cent clothing drives because of how much clothes and fabric is given away. But always, always start each season, the beginning of each season. I mean, especially before the season starts. Like the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the last month before winter's going to hit or summer's going to hit or something, check your bags. But it's that should be a staple in your everyday life. That should be. And even I slip on that. I mean, we're human for a reason. We don't take things seriously until it happens. And that's the God's honest truth. We don't do anything until it actually happens. Then we freak out. But all right, family. We're getting up on that hour mark and everything, and I said I wasn't going to do this very long. Probably, like I said, about an hour. If you can, after this live stream, go look at that Neil Tyson Degrassi video he posted. It's about a 35-40 minute video. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Marianne. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about anything. They don't. It's all about making a buck. They don't care about anything. And it's like Goodwill. Goodwill's now only taking name brand clothing and reselling them at like eBay prices. I saw a Gucci handbag at one of the Goodwills. It was scraped up and all this stuff. Like, I guess it was just thrown away. Somebody's wife cheated on them or something and got rid of it all. I think no, it's not on his Star Talk channel. It was posted 3 days ago. It was talking about the American decline. It says it's called the American economic decline or something. But yeah, it was posted 3 days ago. I'm trying to remember the name of it. But yes, that's it. That's the one. America is declining rapidly. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, sis. But yeah, what Marianne just posted. That's the one y'all need to go look at. That's the really cat. Yeah. Thank you, sis. Ah, I see. Yeah. Marianne's a great link hunter, and if it wasn't for Marianne, I would be sending you on a wild goose chase. Thank you, sis. But yeah, it's a good. It's a really good thing to listen to. It's a good different aspect of the prepper survivalist mindset. It'll get your yeah. I'm tired, y'all. All right, family. I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves today, okay? I just got off a 16-hour shift, so. But I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves. And I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Bye, family. Love y'all. Take care.